Throughout gaming history, there have been many games that have pushed the boundaries to create something fresh and exciting. Games that have ideas, design, mechanics, story dynamics, and what have you, that become a staple for what we now come to expect in modern games. But sometimes, there's a game that creates that bright new idea way ahead of everything else. But which game is the most innovative of all time? It's a difficult question to answer because so many games have influenced others for different reasons. Metroid and Castlevania even have a genre named after them, so that's gotta mean something, right? But whilst maybe a flagship franchise seems like the obvious answer, you have to take a look at the obscure to find the most innovative game of all time. That game is a little-known arcade title called Dragon Buster by Namco. I was intrigued about what was the first game to implement a double jump. So many games have them, but what was the first? Well, it's a little clunky, but Dragon Buster did it in 1984. That's pretty forward thinking. But what if I told you Dragon Buster created many other things? The first ever visual health bar, and not just for the hero, but for bosses too. The first overworld, a quick run dash ability, double tapping a direction will allow you to run at double speed. I don't know if this was necessarily the first, as it's hard to find out, but there's even a ducking mechanic, and you can slash your sword down in the air. Yes, this game has a down slash! This dungeon crawler invented concepts that games didn't fully start to realise for quite some time, and yet doesn't get nearly the recognition it deserves. It released a year later for Famicom in 1985, but I still think it's a pretty obscure title. I think it's safe to say this is arguably the most groundbreaking game of all time. Sure, it's not the first console game, or the first 3D platformer, or Metroidvania, or whatever else, but to invent so many concepts that we accept nowadays as staples of genres, that's pretty incredible. It really makes you think. Games that actually get true credit for being revolutionary, how many of them were inspired by Dragon Buster? I guess we'll never know. And with that, we'll end it here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this little video on gaming history. I've got plenty of other stuff on the channel, so if you want to take a look at them, by all means, feel free. Thank you very much for watching once again. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.